So I went to the Planning Commissioners meeting in the Cedar City Festival Hall yesterday. This is the Planning Commission meeting where they refused to discuss the data center and actually postponed that final approval to June 4th, and that's tentative. So I really wouldn't be surprised if they changed that last minute. Keep in mind that all these people on the Planning Commission are appointed by the mayor. None of them are elected. We've got realtors, builders, developers, landlords, business owners, but the Iron County commissioners are, and two of them are actually up for election in 2026. Mike Bleak and Paul Cousins, who actually decided not to run for re-election, and currently his seat is being run for uncontested by this guy, K. Rand Bettridge, who is the good old boy behind KB Express and KB Oil out here. And at the last Iron County Commissioners meeting in Parowan, Mike Bleak actually called K. Rand Bettridge the commissioner-elect. I've been telling people ever since we heard of this data center in March that somebody needs to run independent against K. Rand Bettridge, who's actually going to speak out on these data centers, because Rand hasn't said anything. And they did public comments before they had the rest of the meeting. But a lot of people from all over the political spectrum decided to give really moving speeches in opposition to the data center. There's people talking about how the emissions are going to cause birth defects and learning disabilities, the effect it's going to have on wildlife, the heat dome, the noise, the permanent light pollution, and of course the insane energy requirements, as much as 2 million homes out here. That's like 20 times the size of Cedar City. If these things get built, Utah is going to change forever. And guess who was at this planning meeting? That's right, it is Commissioner Paul Cousins, who skipped the last commission meeting that I went to. He gets up there and he talks about water, just trailing on about water right laws and the fact that these people bought the water rights, that it's private property and they can do whatever they want, and that they didn't know about it even though they changed the zoning for agricultural land, A20, to allow data centers and data center power plants as a permitted conditional use in April of 2025 for no reason. Just in case, I guess. And if you don't know about Paul Cousins' son, Blake Cousins, then look him up, because he used to be the treasurer for the Iron County Republican Party. After embezzling over $2 million and kidnapping his wife, he ended up doing 0 jail time, because that's what happens in small towns when your dad is the county commissioner. So good thing that we're not getting Paul, but Rand Bettridge is the same bunch. At the local Democratic meetup in the IG Winery tonight, I actually talked with this woman, Christine, who was considering running against Bettridge for the commissioner seat. And I told her, if you do that, I will start gathering signatures for you tomorrow. But honestly, I think an independent should throw their hat in the race in the Mike Bleak seat as well. But a lot of people from both sides of the political spectrum decided to give public comments in opposition of the data center. But in my opinion, the most important one was by this woman named Nicole, who's sort of leading the anti-data center movement here in Cedar City. If you're not already, you should go join the Facebook page, No Data Centers in Iron County, Utah. But she mentioned that another project has been proposed, another data center in Iron County. And one of the planners starts to sort of argue with her back and forth. So from the back of the room, I just yell, and it won't be the last one. Anyways, I think there's almost 50 of these proposed data centers across the state of Utah, including the biggest one in the world that is going to use twice as much electricity as the entire state. And our way of life out here, especially in rural Utah, is going to completely change forever unless we stop this. And I'm not even anti-progress or anti-technology, but all of these want to be powered off of 100% natural gas, releasing millions and millions of metric tons of emissions into our atmosphere every year, so that we have even worse air quality than they have in Salt Lake City or Los Angeles or New York. If these things get built, Utah is going to permanently change forever. And I can promise you it will not be the last data center that they build out here. Join the Facebook page, go to these meetings, bring signs. A woman there actually gave me I should have worn it for this video. My name is Thomas Lovehart, and I'm a rural progressive independent running against the Republican incumbent Rex Shipp for Utah House District 71. And if you want to be part of building the opposition party out here, then vote for me and I promise to work for you.